Nice muscle car.
Thank you.
Nice power.
It's a Hot Wheels
Wow.
50th anniversary. And it's out of all these. This is the bed number.
So what's the make and model?
It is a 2018 50th anniversary Hot Wheels Camaro 2SS. It has 455 horsepower, and this is an automatic. And it has basically you can paddle shifter or you can drive it like a manual.
Wow.
And it has several different drive modes: sport, track. God only knows why. Snow mode.
Have you tried all of them?
Just track and the sport mode. I don't know why they put snow mode on it because you're not driving this in the snow.
I mean, you can try it. You never know.
No,
no, like on not really,
right.
Maybe 1 inch, 2 inches,
Correct,
and maybe you can try and play around with it and see.
And they made 1,861 of these.
Yeah.
V6, V8, Ucopo.
Yeah.
And this one actually is build number 102.
Wow. You said it's a 50th anniversary, right?
50th anniversary.
And it's got really low miles. I mean, you said you're the second owner.
Yes, it has a little over 4,500 miles on it. I bought it in 2019 with it had 651 on it.
So, I mean, how the first owner, they only drove it for what? Maybe just a few months, right?
Maybe.
Do you, is it your daily?
No.
No, okay.
Absolutely
yeah, that's
not.
why the miles are...
I have a 2023 Toyota Highlander that has almost 8,000 on it.
Okay. So this is like your, So, I mean, what made you get this? What pushed you towards, why do you love this?
I just saw it online.
Okay.
And I bought it from a dealership down in Leesburg. I knew the salesman. He had worked at a local dealership up here. And we actually had a 2013 2SS Camaro.
Yeah.
It only had a little over 5,000 on it.
Okay.
And I wound up trading it in on this. Something about it, it just popped.
So you didn't look for it before you saw it online. You had just no clue about it. Maybe some just
correct.
A regular.
I had no idea. I mean, I did a little research, but then after I got it, that's when all the research came.
Oh, okay. So before that, you hadn't really invested in knowing anything about it.
No. And then everything is original on this, with the exception of these, but they come off.
Oh, you did add it on. Okay.
Because of the low build number.
Yeah.
You don't want them on. This picture is signed by the engineer that designed this car for GM and Hot Wheels.
How did you get it?
A friend of mine, there's a Facebook page of these cars.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was trading hers in on a Corvette.
Yeah.
And she was selling stuff, and I'm like, I gotta have it.
Wow.
Because it's a good talking piece.
He's right there. These
there's a breakdown of the build numbers.
Yeah.
And that's what this one is. And 2SS Coupe, they made 783 of them.
So you've done quite some research since you got it.
Since I got it, yeah.
You're still doing research, right?
Somewhat, yeah. That's why I put the book together, because I thought it was kind of cool for people to see this.
Yeah. And you said it has 7 drive modes.
It had several. It has 8 speeds, I can tell you that.
Wow.
This is the engineer that designed this car.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Tom.
His name is Adam, but he signed it as Atom.
Oh, Atom. That's like a nickname.
He just designed a new one. It's called the Panther for them.
Is that by
GM?
That's by GM. Yeah. Okay.
Chevrolet.
Similar, like a sports car, small car.
It's a nice looking Camaro.
Okay.
Probably has a lot more horsepower than what this one got.
Okay. So quite some. I mean, since you got it, you've been like reading about it, trying to. So
absolutely.
Is this how it was?
Yep.
The color,
it came like this. The wheels.
Apart from these two, you said.
Other than that.
Okay.
Other than that, the only other thing I would like to do.
Yeah.
It has black braided hoses on the back.
Okay.
And I would like to do that on the front, just so it kind of matches.
Also, like just cosmetics, nothing, no more power. No. You said it has 455.
455 horsepower. That is correct.
So nothing else. I mean, on the engine. What about the color? You said you're gonna keep it.
That's all original.
Yeah.
There's been no other. You know, for car people,
Yeah.
the more original you keep
the better, right?
Correct, especially low build numbers. The more mods you make on a low build, you know, really it devalues the car, especially during if it's a low build.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you have no plans on, I mean, selling it or anything. This is your. You never know, but
God willing. But I plan on one of these days, you know, to be the grandsons.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
And
they don't know though, right? Do they?
He knows.
Oh, wow.
But he's only 9, so.
Oh, okay.
So when grandma's too old to do car shows and cruise-ins,
they can do it.
and if he doesn't want to do that stuff, then we will. He could probably use it to go to college. I mean,
this is going to turn.
It would probably be, you know, bringing some money because the original. I didn't pay the original price on it, but somebody.
You got cleaning products and
absolutely.
Do you personally do it every time?
This car has not been washed since it came off the lot in 2019.
So you've just been wiping it down
Detailed strictly. And then I use something called Next Gen. It's a ceramic coating that you can apply yourself.
Yeah.
This was the original sticker or window sticker.
So this is what you paid for the car?
I didn't pay that for it. That's what the original owner paid for it.
Would you mind telling us what you paid for it, or
with a trade?
You okay.
I had a trade.
Okay, so it was close to that. Was it close to that price? I mean, without the trade, would it have been?
No, it was It was down to this price because the price devalues.
Okay.
So, but I got a good trade in. You know.
But what do you think right now? I think the price has gone up.
This is I've seen them sell for more than what this is, depending on the build number and the mileage.
You know, cars are rarely an investment, but this is one of the few you can actually call an investment. Yeah,
that's
because having only less than 2,000 of them.
That's what I tell my husband all the time. I said,
does he like it?
He does.
Is he a car guy or?
Yes, that's how I got into cars originally.
Okay, I can help you.
Get my junk out of here. Get my junk out of the trunk here. So.
Do you want it out?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Grandma's got a rocker.
So you do everything on this. You vacuum it. You just.
If it needs.
You do it at home?
No, I usually do it here because I don't have room in the garage. For the two-car garage.
Okay.
So.
But it's always in the garage, right?
Yes, and then usually it's tucked in too.
Okay, yeah.
And then I found this. So if it's not windy, I'll set it up. I've never been to it.
Yeah.
But I found this it was on a toy box. And I thought, that would be really cool because it's talking all about that car.
Where did you find it?
At Walmart. It was part of it was a toy box. Toy box display.
Yeah.
And it had all kinds of Hot Wheels in it. But when I saw the Hot Wheels tour, I said, I got to have that.
Yeah.
So they gave me the box and then I cut it apart.
Are they still doing this? Any recent? What's the latest tour they've done?
They do them periodically. I can't remember. Like I said, I'll see it posted on Facebook periodically.
So have you joined a group of similar owners? Have you been able to find anyone with one of the other few models?
I've seen one other person. He has since gotten rid of his.
Okay.
And that was a couple of years ago. I even did my store to match the. It's a woman thing.
You're obsessed with this car, right?
Yeah, it's a woman thing. You know, it has to match. Getting stuff. I get all my little toys, and the grandson is to the point.
Yeah.
I've gotten
some toys, some Hot Wheel toys.
Yes. This one actually has an app that you can do on your phone and actually race the app. And
so
then,
do you drive it like on weekends or just on shows like this one?
Shows, cruise-ins. Once in a while, I take it out. I mean, and then we have the redneck version.
I've never seen. I mean, have you? It might maybe someone actually did that to a Camaro. You never know.
I couldn't even get in and out of the thing. I'm too short. I was trying to say.
I mean, it's really clean. Look at everything. So how many years have you had it?
Since 2019.
2019.
And today she's got, I think, 36 trophies.
36 trophies. Wow.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the tires are, that's how it was. I mean,
Yeah,
is this how they
everything-
make it?
Yes.
That's
Everything.
stock, everything, the
Factory.
tires?
That's all
Wow.
factory. The
Wow.
wheels. Everything.
Oh my goodness. Is this like a permanent
It's
phone
just
cover or just for
no. It's
today?
just so that it matches.
Oh, okay.
It comes with a little.
Wow. I mean, they would do.
And it
I
has
understand why they did this.
Yeah, it has a VIN number.
You know how 2,000, only 2,000 cars right now. You can imagine they're making millions of every year for like a Corolla, for example.
Correct.
Yeah, so making just 2,000. It's a, they call it special edition or.
That was just yeah, it was. They did one in 2010 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
So they're still making this, or that was just a one-off thing?
It was a one-off thing.
One-off, okay.
Yes.
You said you've not tried the other drive modes, right? Have you driven it fast enough, or no? You haven't really yet. Or you can say.
I usually back off on it.
Yeah.
You know, because.
I mean, it can go as fast as you want it.
Correct. But I don't like to, because it draws enough attention as it is, just from the looks.
Would you, I mean, is there any other similar, like a fast car or a sports car that you wish to have side by, with this one? Not right, getting rid of this one. But do you have any plans of adding another similar car or
not
different
at the present
car?
time.
No? Okay.
My husband used to have a Corvette. He had a 2012 really nice Corvette. It came from South Carolina and had really, really low mileage on it. But it got to the point that, between car insurance, taxes, and all that stuff, and payments.
Yeah, it's too much, right?
Right.
Because there's nothing you can add on the inside. How's the sound?
Good. It has both.
Yeah, I've seen both. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Better than my Highlander. It only has a JBL. I don't know why they think that's such a great system.
Toyota, they use JBL, I think. Yeah, for all their cars. Probably have a deal with them, that's why.
I guess. I told him, I said, y'all really need to do something about that, Y'all might want to think about using those. Is it just, I can blast this thing. And it sounds good. Even when we had a Chevy Traverse.
It had both?
Yeah.
But maybe that's a Chevy thing. They use both.
And it has Camaro on the wheels. Embedded on the original wheels.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the fact that this is stock factory, it's really, it's wonderful. Because, they don't go all out on the tires. They just give you base, just.
Right.
Yeah, so my assumption was everyone does their own tires.
Some people like the red line. I like to see just the black. I don't like the lines on mine. If I did change them out, the only thing I really
maybe you can add this color like a strip. No?
Yeah, we already got the Brembo brakes on it that match.
Is that you? Did you add that one?
No, that's all.
Yeah,
everything on here is original,
that's nice.
with the exception.
And the back too.
Yep. So it's it's pretty much all original.
Wow. This is really, really nice. You got a nice car.
Yeah, it's like we used to do car shows when we had that 67, and it's just like we used to call them trailer queens, when people would haul them in on the trailer.
Yeah.
And I swore I would never do that, but with this, if we went a far distance, I probably would, just to keep the mileage down.
Yeah.
But
4,000 over 5 years.
Yeah, 4,500.
You put in 4,000 on it. You said it had 600, right? When you bought it. So basically the price you got it for is like a new one at that time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like I've had it for 5 years.
Yeah. So. And it's a 2018 model, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. It's got some flaws on it. And
what flaws? Unless I can see it, but I don't.
This one drives me crazy.
Oh, okay. You can take it off, right? Is it like heat? This is like something fell on it.
Because I can see it.
Oh my goodness. Have you tried getting like
EDR, tried that. The guy, I took it back to the dealership because they promised they would, take care of this.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to drill through the quarter panel and then put a grommet in. I said, no. I said, this car didn't come like that, and it's not going to. And I've had the 3 other body shops, and they said, just leave well enough alone for the time being.
because this is a unique color. So even painting on it, unless you have a sticker that's this color, because you don't really take it to the car wash or anything, then maybe, because the fact that you can see it from here is actually
me. I mean,
yes.
I did do some touch with the touch up paint
And
with
this
it,
is probably someone was just walking around with a spanner or something and just
they're not good. You know, most people aren't going to see it unless except real car people do.
I would see it the same way as you. I mean, this would drive me nuts every single day.
Yeah,
or every single time I have to see it.
Yeah, it's like whenever I go shop for a car, first thing I do is I go up to the front and look down this. Check the body lines. You check the body lines. You check the lines of the store, how the hood lines up, all that stuff, and then you check underneath.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
you never know. Yeah, I mean, with snow and everything,
it's just a habit. I
went a piece of junk with rust all the way down.
Yeah, I went and looked at a '67 Camaro up in Maryland. Pictures look great. I got up there and
you just left.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I started looking at body lines. There was a lot of overspray under the hood. This one probably has some, but whatever this is came from the factory that way.
Yeah. Okay.
But that one evidently was with a shoddy paint job.
Wow.
And just like I said, you look at your body lines, you see how things line up, you see if there's, you learn what to look for.
So those are the only flaws.
There's a couple of
like nothing. No moving part flaw. It's okay. The engine.
To date, it's okay.
Okay.
I always say to date. I never say never.
This is something you can live with.
For the time being.
Yeah. Unless until you find a solution.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And eventually, I need to have the tires rotated, but you have to do a directional rotation because you've got two different sets of tires.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can't swap wheel for wheel because then they be. But the husband keeps saying, "Put it off, put it off." I'm like, "Okay, when it hits 5,000, I'm going to have it done."
And you also don't drive it much. I mean, you don't really need to do these things.
It doesn't get the oil changed every year because of the mileage. I mean, and we go out and start it up. When it's not car season, we go out and start it up every week.
Okay.
Just to let it run.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Yeah.
I call her the beast.
It's a beast. Yeah. This is a beast and will eventually be a legend.
True.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, I don't do a lot of squirreling around in it. One day we were going to a car show. We were headed towards Berkeley Springs, and we cut up this side road, and evidently there was something going on that was two law officers passed.
Yeah.
Went past me, heading down towards it, and both of them stared, and I'm like, see, this is why I don't go nuts. Because it draws enough attention.
They're expecting you to actually, probably they're just impressed by the car, Who's this? I would do the same, like, who's this driving, Hello?
Hey, how are ya?
All right, how you doing?
Fine, thank you. If I get pulled over, the first thing I'm going to do is smile and say, yes, sir, no, sir. And like, did you want to just ask me about the car? So I told the husband, I said, I'm pretty good at groveling, so.
To get yourself out of any problem,
a lot.
Any trouble.
Not any, but.
I think it's any.
It's on how you try to handle it. Yeah. So, what can you say?
So what's the top speed? Is it, I see, 200.
Never had it up there.
I know, yeah, you said you don't really. Well, thank you so much for taking us through this.
Oh, you're so very welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.